Shivu, today is the third and the last episode of the introduction into the paranormal world. The paranormal world, as I had explained, is all based upon the energies. It is not based upon the body. It is not based upon mass and matter, as I have explained in my previous two videos of the same series. So, when one aspires to have the link between the thyself and the paranormal world, the energy in the paranormal world and the energy which is within your body, the energy which is driving your body, the time it wants to relate to the one it knows. For that, this body is the platform. This platform is to be used so that the energy within your body, I'm not talking about the soul, I'm talking about the astral body. Why it is referred to as astral body? Because that is the body which is basically driving, which is the key for this body to be alive. What goes missing when a person is dead? It is that body. And we are talking about that body itself. This astral body, when it has to connect with the paranormal, I may be saying paranormal, by raising my hand upwards. But it is not so. It is everywhere. It is even around me, the time I am speaking. It is around you, the time you are hearing. So it is everywhere. It is just a thing that I am saying to something which is at a higher frequency. So my hand gesture should not be misinterpreted as something which is above. Above in the sense of it is of the higher frequency. It is not that it is position something away. It is this gesture only reflects towards the frequency which is at a higher frequency. So when this astral body wants to connect with the paranormal world, it is then this body, the realms, the physical body comes into play, because this body reserves the right to act, to use the astral body as to its taste. But when this body starts listening to the astral body, that is the point when this body can achieve far more than just its biological things. It is not just meant to breathe in or breathe out, or to perform the daily activities, or you to be going to the office, or me to be posting a video on the YouTube. It is much beyond that. And to achieve that, the energy has to be elevated. What elevation is to be done? Basically, the obstacles created by the emotions have to be taken off. Self-made obstacles. The obstacles of emotions. The obstacles of learnings. The obstacles of anxiety, anger, passion, desire, XYZs. There are so many connotations to it. But they all are derived from emotions. Emotions which are external motions. The energy within you moves as to the behavior or the act of someone else, or the act or the substance produced, enacted by someone else, not by you. That is what emotions are. And these emotions are nothing more than obstacle for your life, may it be the psychological life. If you don't want to step into the spiritual world, even in your psychological life, this is detrimental. This is an impediment. It is not an asset for you. It's a liability. So it is always advised. It is always advised to get over these emotions, not get carried away, and be in an active state, not in a reactive state. Because when you are in a reactive state, you are always governed by these emotions, and these emotions are driven by the act or the substance of what the other person has done. May it be verbal, may it be physical, whatsoever it is. Like a movie, a thrilling movie creates a thrill within you. There's a rush of adrenaline. People go into bungee jumping. So all these things are basically exciting you, and excitement in a negative way, which would either result in a tear or burst in laughter. And you would have observed the time you laugh a lot, even that time you have the tears in your eyes. Why so? Because the body is not adopted for this anxiety. It tends to remain in a state of comfortness. A comfortness which best of the speakers can't put in words, because that's a thing which you can experience. Every word and vocabulary would be short in explaining what comfort is. What is the kind of a comfort that you feel the time you are over these emotions? Like in your life till now, you would have experienced hunger so many times, but you can't explain hunger in words if you don't take a pretext of food. Food satisfies your hunger, but what is hunger? It is not the desire of food, right? So it is something else which cannot be expressed in words. Likewise, the kind of a comfort, the kind of a solace that you feel the time you are away from these emotions, that is something else. It cannot be expressed in words. And this astral body doesn't like emotions. It wants to remain in a state of solace, a state of comfort. That is what its aspiration is. And this body, the time you get over these emotions, then it is that you reach the astral body. Like if you have seen the human incarnation of what Mahadev is, God Shiva. It's definitely a portrait made by someone in the human caricature of Lord Shiva. Shiva, as I have explained in my previous videos, is a state. It is not a human caricature. We are mesmerized by human caricature, so we have developed gods and even demons or ghosts all in human caricatures, but it is not so. But let's take an example. Even if we believe that depiction of Shiva is right, and he is sitting in a meditative state, he is in an inert state. Vairagya means transparent. It is not denouncement. He hasn't denounced anything. He is in an inert state. Inert yet active. But he is God. He is performing all the things. He is blessing everyone. But still not attached. Still there aren't any emotions for it. He is blessing it. That's what the astral body is. It benefits people. It performs philanthropic acts, but it is not associated with the results with the act. I hope you're understanding what I mean. So time you get over these emotions, automatically your chakras will be balanced, because it is the emotional outburst which disturbs the chakras primarily. There can be any physical reasons also, biological and physical reasons like ailments, heart ailments or deficiencies. So this is the time you get over this. It is then the provision of the astral body to connect with the paranormal world starts. As I had promised in my previous video, I'll be sharing you a mantra, like assuming that your first 5 chakras are balanced. Your root chakra, your sacral chakra, your solar plexus, your heart chakra and your throat chakra is balanced. And you have a greater control over your emotions, which means that these chakras are balanced. It is directly proportional. If you have basically disassociated yourself from the act The act maybe which you are performing, or the act which is being performed by someone else, and there are no emotions attached with it. You're enjoying it, but you aren't emotive into it, right? I hope you're understanding what I mean. So, taking these 5 chakras to be balanced, I'm narrating the mantra which will introduce your astral body to the paranormal world. Again, I'm raising my hand upwards. That means the higher frequency. It is not above your head or something. Okay, so close your eyes and listen to this mantra. This is a very generic mantra. It can be recited by almost everyone, but depending upon if your first 5 chakras are balanced. If you have heart-related problems, if you have hernia problems, if you are suffering with diabetes, if you are having self-talking problems, or you are in ADHD or OCD, or you have an assessed behavior, I would definitely suggest you that you first to seek medical advice, or contact with your mentor, your guru, so that he or she, whosoever it is, can analyze whether you are fit enough to undertake this exercise, this mantra, or not. In the next episode, in the next video, I'll be sharing you something about the mantras, the introduction to the Vedic mantras. Till the time we meet next time, Shivo.